Hello, everyone, and welcome to TavernTalk Episode 8. I am your host. Well, we are your host. I'm being selfish.
Fucker.
We are your hosts, Jonathan, a.k.a. Salty Eggs.
And I am Chris, a.k.a. The Breeze.
Ooh.
And I am Dan, a.k.a. The Hotshot.
You have an a.k.a.
I had one.
It's shitty, but you have
I want to
one.
shout out to the ant roach killer that's sitting on this.
Damn it! You ruined it.
What?
He freaking Kaiser, whatever that, Kaiser
Soze?
Soze'd it. Yeah,
I
he
don't
just looked
understand
at things
the
around
reference.
him and picked out a name.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny.
I'm not
It
creative.
didn't count. Okay. This is a special edition of Tavern Talk.
Absolutely.
We are not going to say why,
You'll figure it out eventually.
but just know that it is.
Special edition.
Today, I'd like to talk about our LARP-related New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right, cool. I'm going to go first because we tried to do a test run of this podcast at Danny's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm
Yeah.
24.
Danny's little birthday party. We
Yeah,
tried
it was
we tried to
3D.
do one, but I mean there's way too many people in the room. Yeah. There was animals.
Yeah.
And,
Those little brothers playing with Nerf guns.
Yeah.
You know,
so
we were having
had
fun
to
with
cut
it, but
that.
it just didn't come through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry to our special guests if you're listening. We appreciate you being on there, but it's just we couldn't use the.
I think
use
maybe
the audio.
after this episode comes out, we could release the birthday one. It's kind of a... We didn't edit this. We're not sorry. If you guys want to hear the dumb one, let us know.
All right, back to the subject.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my LARP New Year's resolution, I've been thinking about this a lot, especially because of last season. How to promote PvP in a way that you don't piss people off.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
can feel
good
that.
one.
Yeah, and I think with the new rules,
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot easier to do that. Mm-hmm. No stealing of items. You choose the card that they draw when they go to the tree.
Absolutely.
So that's going to play a big help, but it's also mentality. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, at games that I've been to that is PvP all the time, they kind of understand. Like dying is a real problem. Like I mean, it happens often enough to where people are kind of used to it, and they all have that kind of group mentality on it. It's just commonplace.
It's a culture thing.
Yeah, but at Orn, PvP kills are very sparse. You know, like it's very rare someone gets killed. At least it is now in the recent seasons.
Back in the day.
Yeah,
Heard
back in the day.
stories.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
heard some crazy ass stories about like Snowball. You know,
I was there for that shit. Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good one. Yeah, and being able to do that and being able to be active in PvP without being seen as like a jerk.
Yeah.
It's. I think it's part of the culture at Orn too, because again, and us not being a PvP centered game has kind of. I think people are having that disconnect between stuff you do in character and stuff you do as a person. Like they are separate. Because it's kind of like when Rune rolled through town, Headhunter rolled through town.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't think I'm a dick, which is you guys are fucking wrong.
Yeah, you obviously just haven't hung out with Danny enough.
Yeah, you gotta hang out with me in person. But the response to that was I killed like 3 or 4 people, something like that. I attacked more. That people came up to me afterwards and were like, "Hey man, that was cool. How do we kill you?" And there was roleplay involved. There was out of play plans to make a better story out of it.
Yeah.
I think that should be the thing going forward.
Yeah. Bottom line is it's about the story.
Exactly.
It's not about who killed who. It's not about who's got more things. Power gaming. It's not about that. It's about the story that you make from it.
The reason why they were killed. Not so much that they died.
And what happened because of it. When Rune rolled through town killing people, there was immediately a 50 gold bounty.
Yeah.
For you.
Absolutely.
And other people who weren't flagged were thinking about flagging and jumping in, and it could have been a really cool story. And
it's a really good way to get stories and stuff that you've been working on in private PMs and stuff out in the open. So people are like, "Oh, what's going on with that?"
Yeah.
So then at LARP lunch we get to bullshit about why that happened and stuff like that. Because it's "Oh man, we heard this great story. Somebody died, but we heard this great story out of it."
My buddy is just mad that he missed a 50 gold bounty to kill his friend. Because he could have brought him right back. I've put them together again before.
Yeah, it's fine. It's happened twice now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Chris, you go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so I guess my resolution would be to balance out my role-playing a lot better this season. Malconius has kind of ended up having himself...
Finger popping a bakery's worth of pies.
What?
Wow.
What?
I guess that's one way you could put it. He's...
Wait a minute, what?
Finger popping a bakery's worth of pies.
He's had his hand in a lot of...
Alright.
Oh, gosh.
He figures a lot of pie. Like, he hasn't been there, but he's going for gold.
All right.
So anyway, he's been involved in a lot of different things going on. That's it. That's the way we're gonna put it, Danny. Not your way. And it's been sometimes hard to keep them all aligned right.
Mm-hmm.
And I really didn't. I just kind of before just acted on it as I went. Didn't really think about how he really should go about doing those, like what he would do. And it worked to an extent, but I think it could be better. And I think it could, again, progress for better story and let more people get involved if I planned around it more carefully.
Yeah.
And let him really become more than just angry at things.
Emotional depth. A good character development to have.
Yeah, I mean, dwarves, they get mad at the surface, but there's got to be more going on to it. Yeah. I think part of it will help with some of the changes coming in the game and how we can actually have our characters... through the creator and the stuff that's going on with them, having it more open.
Yeah, like in the last system, well, I'm this, but like I ignored this part of my class. Now you get to have exactly what you want and smart reasons for each.
Yeah, like with Vanish.
Yeah.
That's a pretty core rogue skill.
Yep.
But Grimm didn't use Vanish because dwarves don't.
Yeah, they don't do that shit.
They don't do sneaky things.
Yeah.
But usually. But yeah, so... Yeah, I guess that's my big one, is just really focus on keeping roleplay elements the way they should be, separated out, not just all this one amalgam of just like, it's just like rolling through, doing all these things just because.
Well, it's a good lesson to learn, too, as you're coming up through LARP, is, you can totally want to be involved with everything, but, like, instead of being a thing where it's like a separate thing for you to take care of, try to figure out a way to, like, work it in, as you're doing now this season.
Yeah, and you see, and I've done it before with other characters. Malconius being a dwarf, I never thought of even trying. I was like, whatever, he'll just fly off the handle, do his thing. It's like, it was fun for a while, but now things are getting a little more serious.
Yeah, that's just the problem with, like, not even usually, like, savage characters, like, oh, I'm big orc. They get boring.
Yeah.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah, it's a gimmick, and it doesn't last long.
Yeah.
So hopefully with some people have been part of some role play, know what's going on a little bit.
Absolutely.
There's going to be some interesting things.
Yeah.
And I think it'll create a lot more, honestly, more trouble for me, because before it was really just, I just kind of like, whatever, doing the thing. But now I might actually have some, like, recourse.
Yeah.
So
get punished.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Recoursing?
No, let's talk about your town guard.
Oh, well...
Oh.
Well, I don't want to hard shift out of... that's just part of our New Year's resolution. But I don't want to hard shift out of Christmas.
Right. I just, immediately got pissed off.
So...
Well,
okay, well, that's really all I had.
Oh,
so we
okay.
can move on to Danny and talk about the town guard thing there, too.
My New Year's resolution next season is to run player-driven story content opposed to, mods. And one of the means of that is going to be the Accords, or the Understanding, or whatever the fuck I named it.
Don't even remember the name of his own rules.
It ended up. I tried to make it call the Understanding. If people didn't like that, let's call it the Accords. And I'm like, that hasn't been used before ever. No. So, whatever.
Why don't you just call it what it is?
Yeah.
Call it the laws.
The laws. So
that's what you're trying. That's what you're trying.
The commandment.
That thing that was optional will no longer be optional next season. And myself and Lainey are working on getting together a town guard, which is part of it. It's the public part. So basically, they'll be there to enforce the Accords. And we're at the debation point of if stuff you do outside of town counts. And we're kind of on the side that it does, because if it brings hell on our heads as a town, as the whole of a town, something that you did off shard, we're gonna treat it as you did that. I think
right.
Is where we're going.
If you're a citizen of Jasper.
Yeah.
Is there going to be trials?
Maybe. The current system is it's a system of duels, which requires a lot of intermediaries, and it's just, I feel it would happen too frequently, and that would become too tedious too fast. That might be how a trial ends now, but As far as the actual trial itself, we still got to hammer some of that stuff, how that'll go down.
Right. Are you gonna wear like white puffy wigs when you're like?
Dude, shit,
judging?
maybe.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be pretty alright.
Rune in a big white puffy wig.
Well, what happened? All these people suddenly became Empyreans. I don't get it.
So, we're laughing about a joke we may or may not have cut out of this. Okay, I don't really have any resolutions so much for LARP. I want to make more stuff. I guess my most immediate resolution is to remake Rune's costume.
Didn't you also have a PvP related thing?
He covered it with the improving PvP culture.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that.
Yeah.
At least
I wanted to the part of the reason for this player driven narrative is going to be to help Jonathan's dream of improving
It's my dream.
the PvP culture at Ornn, taking it away from this petty. It's been happening for years. The thing.
Yeah.
Like when I started, the culture was kind of petty, out of play, and it's not fucking fun. It blows ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so. The part of the goal of this narrative is to improve upon that as it moves forward. The end goal of this narrative, though, is actually rather selfish. It's how I'm going to try to get Rune as an immortal in 2 years. So that's my end goal for this.
Yeah. And I agree with the whole player driven content.
Yeah.
Like it's more organic. You know,
Yes.
instead of having things written for you and going through the loops and and all that.
Like, writing mods for Ornn is a very specific thing because you kind of have to fucking railroad or at least bottleneck it.
Yeah,
Because you have to have content that is approved, and it's like trying to run a campaign as a DM, but you have to run it through your card shop to make sure it fits in with the rest of everyone else's. It has its own set of challenges.
yeah. But I do love that player driven things,
Yeah.
like not having things written. You know, just going out and settling things for yourself. You know, things can come of that, like with Rune.
Yep.
You know, and
That was a
Headhunt.
player-driven narrative, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the thing that we're talking about. I'm hearing other people talk about. Okay, so yeah, we're out in the garage, right? And some jackass is running his motorcycle or some shit outside. It's not me though. Mine's off.
Good boy.
Good boy, Daddy. No skinny,
Okay.
no skinny puff.
All right. Well, I guess we'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Catch us next time, and I hope you've enjoyed your holidays. I know we haven't put one out since really, I think, before that.
Yeah.
This is kind of a rough time for everyone to get together, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to the next season coming up later this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming.
All right.
All right, everyone. Catch you next time.